We literally just talked about this just a few weeks ago. How emergencies and chaos allows the government to step in right when they're needed, quote unquote needed, to fill the gaps. What did we see with medicine? All of a sudden government stepped in. Same way with groceries, same way with your food. Everything relies around, if there is no order, there is chaos, there is an emergency, it allows them to step in. Two pilot programs that we have mentioned both, and we said this would be the outcome, we're going to discuss today because it's happening right in front of you. Let's jump into it. Today's video starts right now. Hey guys, welcome to the Max. Thank you so much for being here today. This is Giveaway Sunday, so we're not only gonna talk about this wonderful video and really reveal some of the things that we need to reveal, of course, but also gonna do the giveaway. So we have a winner for today. We'll talk about that at the very end. They will be getting Hollow Point coffee that is provided from our company, Hollow Point Coffee Company, a wonderful company, certified organic, single origin coffee. And if you start your day with it, it's phenomenal. So before we get into the giveaway, let's talk about today and the seriousness of both of these situations. And you don't believe the socialist mentality is upon you, all it takes is a little chaos, and then we need an emergency. Then all of a sudden the emergency causes them to step in. Let's jump into it. First, everyone knows about the New Mexico situation with the banning of firearms and things like that. Well, here's the thing you want to look for. It's all pilot programs. Why do you hear all these Democrats are coming against, say, oh no, we would have never stood for that. It was a trial and error. Let's see if it's going to work. It's a pilot program. We're gonna throw it out there. It's a safe governor in a Democratic state where there's not a lot of pushback. There's been a Democrat leadership pretty much for a long, long time in that state. There's no aspirations for her going any further up the political ladder. So it was a good way to say, let's just test the waters. Could this work on the state level? The biggest red flag was when she threw it out there and the bigger player said, no one can do this on a state level. No one could hold these rights of the American people. Well, they tried it, and American people spoke, and they said, hey, we don't want to hear this, especially the New Mexicans who are under her leadership. But did you hear a lot of the people that pushed against it that were on the Democratic side? They would say, this is not a state issue. This needs to be addressed federally. Do you see how that works? They're saying, no, she shouldn't try that. And so everybody's praising them. Oh, well, see, even the Democrats are for it. You're missing the point. If it's a pilot program to try it out there, see if it works. If it doesn't, then they know they've got to look on the national side, like they did other mandates and lockdowns, like they did other policies and protocols. So that was number one. But we've talked about that. Number two, this is the one that is the most important because we mentioned this a few weeks ago in a video called Lockdown's Coming. We talked about how the more we see chaos, the more we see collapse in our cities, the more we will see government fill the void. It's like a vacuum, and then all of a sudden the government can come in and kind of handle everything for you. What's happening in our cities right now? Thieving, theft, crime is going crazy. And so guess what? Businesses are moving out. Retails, pharmacies, all that's moving out. This is businesses now. These are either privately owned or publicly owned businesses that are owned by individuals, not the government. And they're choosing to say, you know what, I cannot take this loss anymore. I made this comment the other day. I made a comment in the video saying, you're gonna see the government step in and either subsidize the businesses to stay, or either you're gonna see businesses move out and government step in. Well, guess what? That's what's happening. Chicago, again, pilot program, because this is what they're going to do. They're going to take an area that is unbelievably safe for Democrats, very liberal, and almost has a socialist lean with a socialist leader. The new mayor of Chicago has just come out and said this. With all the chaos, instead of trying to address the situation, saying, hey, look, we have crime, we have problems with our teenagers, we have problems with our young adults, we're not helping our homes, we're not building the family back, we're not trying to restructure anything. Instead of all that, he makes excuses for it, and he makes this comment. Mayor Johnson is his name. As Chicagoans deserve to live near convenience, affordable, healthy grocery options, we know access to grocery stores are already a challenge for many residents. especially in the South and West sides. A better, stronger, safer future is one where the youth and our communities have access to tools, resources that they need to thrive. My administration is committed to advancing innovative whole of government approaches to address these inequities. What he's saying is, why don't we look at a government-run grocery store? When the government can be over it and take over the groceries, the conveniences, the medicines, and make sure you get all your needs. And how much you want to bet? It will be a lot cheaper. You will get groceries a lot cheaper. But what are we doing? We're allowing government to take over your food, your medicine, your goods. The rights that you are not supposed to have from the government. That is true socialism. Now, this is a pilot program. Guess what? He'll get some naysayers. There'll be some Democrats push against it. But just like the New Mexico situation, it allows them to put the foot in the water, to test the waters to see if this would work. Socialized grocery stores. We talked about this. When you see chaos, when you see crime, when you see gun issues, what happens? Government steps in and says, hey, we need to take away the Second Amendment rights. I mean, it's just too dangerous out there. Now we're seeing all this theft, all these things, and Walgreens, Walmart, all these places are moving out. Well, we need to step in and help the people. It's just like the situation with people with mental illness. They're not solving the problems. They're wanting to take away rights of the people who are doing right. With Chicago, other cities, instead of addressing the problem to make your situation better, they're now going to just try to mask it by saying, you know what, if they're going to steal, we have a grocery store, we're going to give them a government version of that. We're going to subsidize groceries. We're going to make sure that they know that we'll always have things here readily available. These other companies, they won't stay, it don't matter. We'll provide it for you. You see that? Do you see how those chaos, those thefts, those crimes, that's what happens. Do you think that's going to keep on happening? I do. I do. I believe you're going to see more cities move into this. What have we seen in California and a lot of other bigger cities across America? Subsidized housing to a point where the welfare state has majority of tax dollars going to put up all these homeless individuals, put up all these people who are not citizens in America. And it's all with your tax dollars. Well, now it looks like because people were stealing, like we talked about the other day, instead of now you feeling the crunch just at the grocery store because people are stealing, graduated recovery, you're having to pay for all those loss of goods. We already talked about that. Now you're not only going to have to face that situation, you're going to have to face the fact that your tax dollars are going to pay for socialized grocery stores. That these are just, let's just turn the heat up a little bit on the boiling frog. Just a little bit. He won't never notice. He won't ever notice. The death of our society, the death of our way, our freedoms, our liberties, if they just barely put a little bit on you at a time, if they put a little bit more weight when you're walking already with a heavy burden, you won't feel it as much. They're not going to drop a ton of bricks on you. They're not going to push a whole socialist government and cave the dollar all at one time. They're not going to all of a sudden go straight to war. They're going to do proxies. They're going to give $100 billion to Ukraine. They're going to just slowly drip you along until all of a sudden the plan is in place. Socialized grocery stores. The fact that there's no absolutes with the First and Second Amendments. Come on. That is crazy. Please, if you do anything, start sharing this information. You don't have to share the max. I'm okay if you don't want to share my video. That's no big deal. But read the stories. It's all over where people are saying the quiet parts out loud. This plan of a socialist global view of how they can take care of you. Remember last video, us talking about the fact that everything is going to be modified now? The modification of natural foods to make them unnatural is causing more problems for you. They control the food, they control the money, and now they control the grocery stores, how to get it, distributing the food. Then you're at their beck and call. Pay attention to these little stories, because these little stories are just testing the water for the bigger options. And the bigger times and the bigger things will come. More cities will adopt it, more democratic states will adopt it, and all of a sudden we're looking at a less free, less democratic republic that we have. You're going to see a very socialist state for America. And that's not what anyone wants. If you remember, We didn't want to be like socialists and communists. We wanted democracy. We wanted freedoms. We wanted rights. We fought for it. We tried to push it across the world. And all the while, it's coming right back to our shore. We're becoming slaves to the same situation that we fought so hard to stay away from. It's time to stand up, people. Again, our goal is never to scare you or make fear. I'm just saying, because of chaos and because of what we consider quote-unquote emergencies, it allows more power to leave from you and go to them. So pay attention, guys. All right, now to the good news. We're going to be doing the giveaway. It is for the coffee company that is just the best coffee in the world, Hollow Point Coffee Company. We love supporting this company. This is one of the companies that's been with us for a long, long time. And we are going to be giving 2 packs of coffee away to the winner of this giveaway. These are certified organic coffee, and they support your freedoms and your liberties and your rights. So the winner of today's giveaway is Never Enough Acres Boar Goats. Now that's a long name. So reach out to us if this is your name right here. This is your username on YouTube. But this is the winner of today's giveaway, Never Enough Acres Boar Goats. We love that you're commenting on our videos and you're watching both channels. So please reach out to us. And guess what? All because we've had a lot of comments come in, we're going to be doing another giveaway. Crazy, huh? We're going to do another giveaway next week in this month. So if you didn't win, just keep on subscribing, keep on watching, give us a thumbs up and comment below, because our goal is to thank you for always paying attention to us, and hopefully our content is worth the watch. So today's winner for the coffee is Never Enough Acres Boar Goats, and then also we're going to be doing another giveaway in just a few days. And please stay tuned to that, and we want to give other things away each and every month to say thank you. Guys, we appreciate you so much. We hope the richest of blessings for you. God bless. Happy homesteading, all.